Buck Levasseur showed us the Upper Peninsula for over 30 years. It's time for a look back. It's time for Rediscovering.
This valley, they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathway a while.
Winter camp was an important event for me each winter from 1994 to the year 2000. 5 guys who traveled great distances to be here for a week of rest and relaxation in the UP winter outdoors. Well, from that year to the present, the guys just couldn't get it together to all make it at once. But last week, 3 of the 5 made it to Winter Camp 06. Well, up next on Discovering, we'll get reacquainted with Sleeping Bear, Timber Tom, and Hidden Thunder, and reminisce about the glory years of Winter Camp. So stick around. There's a lot of fun ahead on Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forest thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
Be sure to check out the 906 Outdoors Show, Sunday mornings at 7 Central, 8 Eastern on Fox UP.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Discovering. Well, now it's February 2006 and the heart of the winter. A lot of people dread this time of year, but I used to look forward to February from 1994 to the year 2000. Why? Because I would go out and winter camp with 5 of the finest friends anyone could ask for. Pioneer, Pepper, and the gang. Now, 4 of the 5 were police officers from the Illinois area, and they came here to just let their hair down and to relax, get away from the stress of their jobs at home. And I did likewise. It was just a real stress-relieving experience each and every year. Their names were Pioneer, Pepper, and the gang. Well, 3 of the 5 made it up this year, and we're making plans for 2007 to try and get the entire group back together. Well, we did a lot of silly things. We had a lot of fun, and well, we're going to reminisce a little bit tonight about Winter Camp. Now we're going to visit Winter Camp 2006. Here on the banks of the Ravine River, you'll find a familiar sight, a bedroll on the ground, the hallmark of a phenomenon known as Winter Camp. This year, Sleeping Bear, Timber Tom, and Hidden Thunder were in camp, and I jumped at the opportunity to join them once again.
Buck, we're making blueberry cobbler this morning. We're using a Dutch oven. I'm glad we didn't have to carry it too many miles through the woods, only a few miles. But we didn't pick these blueberries either. Came out of a can, but we use a plastic bag to mix our powdered eggs, powdered milk, flour, all our ingredients, and then we'll just bake it here by the campfire. Kind of a treat. We're getting softer in our old age. We used to just eat sticks and twigs. whatever dried berries we could find. But this year, without the Pioneer, we're getting spoiled.
Well, it was disappointing that we were not joined by the real character of winter camp, Pioneer Pepper. Back around 1997, Pioneer and Little Hoss set out to be musical cowboys in Arizona. They have since been joined by Timber Tom, who came 2,500 miles just to be in camp. You're living in Arizona, but you do see Pepper, and maybe we can get him up here next year.
Yeah, I see him about once a month. He lives over in Mesa, and I'm about 35 minutes away from him. And he's real busy this time of year with all the winter people down in Phoenix. He's booked pretty solid this time of year, so it's very hard for him to be able to scrape the time together to come up, and it's a 2-week expedition. They have to drive up here and do a camp, so that's a lot of work that he would miss out on. And he's also booked at least a year, if not more, in advance. So he said if we could arrange that we set a date for next year's camp, that he would start working on booking stuff to be able to work his way up here and join us next year. So we're hoping that we'll be able to make that happen.
Don't you mean regained our stamina? Yeah. No, I don't mean regained our stamina. I mean we rogained it. Woo! Oh man! Oh, dude!
Hey, this is what winter camp would look like in the 70s.
Wow! A flashback winter camp. You know, it's retro. As you can see, Buck, a lot of things have changed this year, but the one thing that hasn't changed is the fact that we still come out here to have fun, and that's something we sure do to this very day, is have fun up here in the Upper Peninsula. Yeah!
Each year, winter camp would have a new theme, and we would, for fun, act out a goofy skit relating to that theme. Well, back in 1997, winter camp went to the dogs, and Timber Tom was on stage as the possessed Timber Tombo.
You know what I noticed about this year, though?
What's that, Pioneer
The
Pepper?
wind has really stopped. There isn't much wind at all anymore.
It's true, a couple days it was really whipping through here.
Oh, it was.
These pines help. You know, we got a good camp spot this year.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, there's a lot of cover, huh?
And no snow falling on us this
A
time
lot of
of
cover.
wind.
You know what else is a good thing about this campsite is the cover we got from Black Bart. I mean, he's gonna have a hard time getting us this year.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
true.
last year he took us by surprise, remember
Oh, that is true.
He took us by
Not
surprise.
to mention all the deep snow can be hard for him to trudge through here.
Oh, he won't be able to sneak up on us
Not at
this
all.
year.
Black Bart attack.
Yeah, no.
Easy, Timber Tom.
Remember, Tom, easy. What's wrong with you?
Black Bart! What? Black Bart, what's wrong with me? He surprised us last year.
Yeah, you did.
We almost got killed.
I know he
It's
is.
not gonna happen this year. I'm not gonna let it happen. Timber Tom, come back! Timber Tom, come back! Over the ridge, where'd he go?
Jeez.
Oh, man, he really wigged out.
I've never seen him like that before.
Oh,
What
hope
got
he's
into
gonna be
Timber
okay. Oh, he'll be okay.
Oh.
You know, he'll come back when he's hungry. That's a good. That he will. Man, oh man,
It's always a good time when he'll be back.
man.
I have never seen him like that.
Well, you know how he gets every once in a while.
I wonder if he's okay out there.
I tell you what, why don't we go take a look for him?
Well, yeah, let's get some warm coffee and then we'll take a look for him.
What's that?
What's that?
What is that?
Look out! It's Rambo! No, it's not Rambo. It's Timber Tombo. Timber Tombo? Easy, big fella. Holy cow!
Easy, big fella. Easy, big. Whoa. Easy, big. Whoa. Slow down. Here, have something to drink. Here.
Yeah, what happened to your cowboy hat?
Well, Buck, we were hoping that you could solve the mystery of the burned cowboy hat, because those responsible there's a lot of finger pointing going on as to no, it wasn't me, no, it was him. So as you'll remember, when Timber Tombo took over, that scary guy, and I was possessed by the spirit of Timber Tombo. My hat was thrown down by the fire, and somehow, when in the excitement of the event, someone kicked my cowboy hat into the fire. So we know that somewhere in your video archives, there's evidence to prove conclusively whether it was, in fact, Sleeping Bear or Little Hoss who destroyed my cowboy hat.
Well, one tradition that remains to this day is that each winter camper must carry or have nearby in camp Old Blue. That's a Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle, just in case old Black Bart shows up at camp.
On the spit tonight, Timber Tom?
Well, I think we'll have some duck chowder and some cornbread muffins and some pheasant Jimmy.
Oh! There's Black Bart! That's it! Oh!
Fire, you Black Bart! Fire!
I think they're retreating. The shooting has stopped.
Yeah.
I got him. Oh, there they
He's gone.
go.
He's gone. Hey,
What a fight!
men, fall in! Fall in! And Black Bart, if you come back, you'll be pushing up daisies!
Rediscovering is brought to you in part by 906 Outdoors Cooking Wild Seasonings.
We don't pre-plan to have something that we consider a tradition, but we certainly do. Probably what's made us the best known is the old Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle. But we've been bringing these up here for 10 years, and well, this is our 11th year now. Our equipment, you know, maybe that's tradition. We have our old bed rolls that you've shown on TV, and they've gotten better over the years. You know, we don't drive 2,500 miles in Timber Tom's case to stay at a Hilton. We like to get out here and sleep under the stars and have a good time. So, you know, if you don't have the proper equipment, then that makes things a little more difficult. So we go on a walkabout every year and go see our old campsites. That's one of our traditions. This year it was more difficult. This year was more difficult because we had to drive about 10-15 miles to get to our old campgrounds. So, but we did it. We snowshoed and visited most of the old campsites. Some of them are gone. One year we camped up on a sand esker, and that's been excavated, and that's gone. Couldn't find that.
Is that the year with the rope?
Yeah, that's what we called the Ridge Camp. Yep. That was a year you and the Tickenin clan came out, and boy, we had a good time around the campfire that night. So we've got a lot of old good traditions.
Not much singing anymore. Without the pepper.
You're right, without the pepper, because the pepper's back there, but he's not very lively.
Talk around the campfire seems to have changed a little bit too.
Oh yeah, Buck, you know, you stayed out with us last night, and it was we all even commented. We stopped ourselves and went, man, oh man, conversation around the campfire sure has changed. And we haven't been up here now in 6 years, and when we started this soiree, that was 1990, so it's been 16 years of coming up here camping. And way back in the old days, we used to talk about women and fighting and drinking and carrying on. And boy, last night we're sitting around the campfire talking about gout and colonoscopies and aches and pains and getting older and losing hair and that kind of stuff. And it was just kind of funny that hey, listen to ourselves. I think we're starting to get a little bit older. I noticed shoeing up and down these ridges is getting a little more difficult. It's used to be not even give it second thought. Now you look at a trail and you kind of look at it and go, oh, that's going to be a backbreaker there. But we can still do it. Thank God. We all still got our health, and thank God for that.
Born on a mountaintop in the UP, raised in the woods so he knew every tree. When he grew up, he became a celebrity. Tune in every week and see him on TV. Buck Levasseur, king of the wild UP. Buck Levasseur, king of the wild UP.
People see a lot of the silliness that we do out here and everything, and we do come out here to have a good time, but people, I think, maybe don't see the seriousness side of what we do. 'Cause we don't take stupid chances. We are pretty serious about the gear we use and keeping things top notch, because it's just too dangerous not to.
The quietest guy in camp is Hidden Thunder, an excellent law enforcement officer in Kane County, Illinois. In real life, he and Sleeping Bear are still chasing crooks.
Oh, I see you still got old Blue there, HT.
Yep. Wouldn't leave home without him.
Yeah, that's really part of the tradition here, isn't it?
Yep. We have a lot of traditions, and Old Blue's one of the great old traditions that I hope we never lose sight of. A lot of things have changed since I saw you last, Buck. Country's been to hell and back. Homeland's been attacked. We got all our brave young men across the ocean defending our right to have this beautiful land and everything that goes with it. I'd just like to take my hat off to all those boys over there camping out on the foreign soil.
Well, I agree. But a lot of things, you're still in law enforcement, and this has always been a real relief to you to get here and just put all those things behind you while you're here and relax for a change.
Absolutely. I haven't thought about work or any of that stuff the whole time we've been up here. And it's been a short trip this year, but it's been wonderful. People up here are still as hospitable as they were the last time we were here. Nothing's changed in that respect.
Yeah. You've made a lot of good friends over the years, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. You're one of them, Buck.
Well, I've told the other boys that the most frequently asked question is, whatever happened to you guys? And I'm sure glad to see you're all alive and well.
Yep, we stayed alive.
Well, staying alive was the theme of the coldest winter camp in 1996. It was 36 below for 5 days, and we all slept out. It's funny, when it gets that cold, your body acclimates to the weather, but you can still get hypothermia. Just ask Sleeping Bear.
Well, that one year when you came out and it was 36 below, it was the coldest camp that we'd ever been in. And I had a bedroll that came unzipped, and I had my back and my shoulders were sticking out, and I started getting the shakes, and I zipped myself back in the roll and tried to do a little exercising and moving around a little bit to warm things up, and it just wasn't happening. And I got out and had to stoke a dead fire. Fortunately got the fire going again, but I mean, I was this close to being hypothermic. I was having some pretty good shakes.
Well, we always seem to have had a theme every year. One year it was staying alive.
Oh, we stayed alive.
Another year it was Timber Tombo.
Yeah.
The Rambo guy. We had Marble Man. We had some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good times. We're not entirely sure what we're going to call the theme of this camp.
Pepperless.
Yeah, the camp with no pepper.
Well, we sure missed Pioneer Pepper and Little Hoss. You know what the worst part is? Breaking up camp. So let's part with a song written by Pepper in the background, describing his friendship with the guys. Special thanks to Jennifer and Mike Tickinen for their hospitality.
We rode together on the trail for a spell. The songs and the memories I'll cherish so well. We rode together on the trail side by side.
Adios.
But the trail has parted, and we said goodbye. The campfire stopped,
You come back!
and the coals are now old. The snow has stopped falling, and the winds got cold. The moisture gets thicker with the layers of frost. The 6-shooter's quiet and pitted with rust.
Finally tonight, the Alger County chapter of UP Whitetails will hold a predator hunt February 9th through the 12th. Headquarters is at the Bear Trap Inn in Van Meer. $25 per person to enter. Call Jeff at 387-3973. There's also a predator hunt put on by the National Wild Turkey Federation Snowshoe Toms February 9th through the 12th. Registration is at Camp Gibbs. Till next week, Buck Levasseur saying, get out and enjoy the great winter outdoors.